Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm doing a pattern review of the new look N6720, which is a cute little wrap top that has a peplum at the bottom. You have two different sleeve variations. You have a 3/4 length sleeve as well as a short sleeve. Both variations have a gathering on the sleeve head. And then for view A, you have this option that you can put lace trim around the neckline. And yeah, so the difference between the two different variations you have for view B, you have a shorter peplum. And then for view A, the peplum is doubled in size. And like I said, you have the two different sleeve variations. So this is an easy pattern and is classified as easy. I think it will be for your advanced beginners. The sizes are 6 to 18. And the pattern suggestions for fabrics are chambray, cotton types, linen types, poplin, sateen, and silky type fabrics. So I made two different variations of this top. The first variation I made with a rayon challis, and the second I did with a cotton fabric. Both variations, I had trouble trying to figure out how to take out the excess fabric that was gaping around the neckline. It was just a nightmare. In terms of cleavage or, you know, having this V neckline here, if you can get it right, it probably would not show. However, it's just, it gapes a lot. And so if you're big busted, especially if you are someone who is a CD cup, I would not recommend this pattern. Or if you are, if you have a larger cup than the CD, I would not recommend this pattern. I would recommend it maybe for those individuals who are A or B, just simply because, it's although you have enough room to get into the top will gape and it will come open. So I didn't like the pattern for that reason. For the first variation that I made, which is the top that I'm wearing, I made it out of this black fabric that has a paisley print on it, as well as dots going throughout the fabric. I purchased this fabric from fabric.com or fabricmartfabrics.com, and it's no longer available, but it's a really gorgeous fabric, and I'm kind of regretting using this fabric for this project. But like I said, it's a top that I would wear and get some wear out of it before I donate it or give it away or whatever. However, it's not one of my favorite makes of the year, just simply because, like I said, it gapes around the neckline and I can't get it to stop gaping. But other than that, everything else sewed together really well. My second variation, one of the reasons why I don't like that variation is because I decided to make not a dress, but like a peplum style garment that has a lace border at the bottom. And it does not look well. I don't think that top looked good on me at all, just simply because the peplum that I chose for that one is double in size. This one here, I chose view B, which is the shorter peplum. But for the cotton version, the navy blue and white version, I decided to go with a cotton. It's a cotton fabric. It's a shirting fabric that I purchased from Joann Fabrics a couple years ago. I had that fabric in my stash and I decided to use it. It was leftover from a skirt that I had made some time ago. And I absolutely love the skirt. But I thought, hey, let me try and make a top out of this fabric as well. It has this beautiful border design. Again, I regret using that fabric for this project just simply because the neckline, I could never get it to stop gaping, even though I took out a little bit around the neckline. It gapes so badly. And so I don't like the top for that reason. And then also the peplum design for that second version of the top, I felt like it's too much. It's too much concentrated in one area. and not in the right area, if that makes any sense, because I have that whole border print thing going on near my stomach. I just feel like it's so unflattering on me. I don't know. You guys let me know. It could just be my own biases, but you guys let me know in the comment section below what you think of that top. But I think it's just too much border print concentrated in one area around my stomach area, which makes me look kind of heavy. And so I don't really like it very much. So anyway, yeah, that's my experience with it. I did a forward shoulder adjustment for the pattern, and that's about it. I was going to do sleeve B, the shorter version, but the shorter version of the sleeve doesn't have like volume in the sleeve, and I would have had to do a bicep adjustment, and I just didn't feel like doing that. And so I decided to just go ahead and go with the sleeves of view A for both tops, because it has volume in the sleeve and I didn't have to do a bicep adjustment. So I selected the size 18. I think I would try to go down to the size 16 just to see if I can actually, you know, get some more of that length from the neckline, like omit some of that out so that it's not gaping as much. But I mean, the length of the pattern is almost the same for all versions, so it probably won't do a, you know, a lot in terms of taking out a lot of that gaping. But I think it's just the nature of the pattern. I don't like the gaping of it, and it just feels awkward when I'm wearing it, especially when I'm wearing the version that has all the border print on the bottom of the skirt there. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking, but that's what I chose for that fabric. I would say that overall, the pattern is easy and it's a decent pattern. It's just, you have to be mindful of the fabric that you choose, and you have to try to fix that neckline. If you don't want that gaping in the neckline, around the neckline, that's something that you're definitely going to have to look out for. The other alteration or the modification that I have made to the pattern calls for a button. Like, you're going to be making like this little button placket thing and stitching that button placket onto the seams of your garment on the inside. And then you're going to be making a buttonhole onto your garment so that you can actually put it in place, like put the buttonhole through the buttons on the inside of the garment. Instead of doing all that, I decided to just go ahead and make me a second set of ties and put the ties on the inside of the garment and do it that way. The instructions are pretty simple and straightforward, and so there's no issues there. Like I said, it's just the gaping around the neckline that really turned me off about this pattern. But the sleeve pattern, especially for view A, is just spot on. That's the variation that I did for the sleeves, and so I didn't have any problems with that. You also have a cuff, so you're going to gather the end of your sleeve and then you're going to add a cuff. So the cuff was pretty spot on as well. I didn't have to shorten or expand the cuff, which is really great. Everything else, just I really did enjoy the process of sewing it. I just don't like the way in which it looks on me and the gaping around the neckline. Those two things are the things that I just don't really like. I also would prefer version B over view A, just simply because the shorter peplum I think is cuter than the longer peplum. I feel like the longer peplum is just too long in the tooth. It hits around the mid-thigh area, and it's very awkward in my opinion. And that's the one that the model is wearing, so you can kind of get an idea of how that looks. And then also you can get an idea because I'm wearing one of them as well. So in my opinion, I like view B. And then maybe I'll even do a bicep adjustment for the sleeves of view B, and then go from there. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I might not make this again. I might not make this again just simply because I didn't like my experience with it. But yeah, but that's basically everything that I did with the top. Like I said, the only modifications I did was to the buttons. Instead of doing the button and the buttonhole like the pattern suggests, I made ties. And then I made a forward shoulder adjustment as well, because the you know, my shoulders are just not where they should be. And so I did a forward shoulder adjustment. The pattern does have bust darts. And so the bust darts, I had to move that dart down by 3/4 of an inch. But that's it. That's all I had to do with this pattern. And I would definitely say if you're going to make this pattern, make sure you pay particular attention to the neckline before going into the pattern. And then if you are a bigger cup, like if you are a CD or up, expect to have not just that gaping, but you might actually have some spill out as well. So you might want to pay attention to that as well. So other than that, that's basically my review of this pattern. Let me know if you made this pattern. Comment in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are. And then also, if you plan to make this pattern, let me know. Just give me some of your ideas and what you think about how this garment fits on me and whether or not you would actually sew the garment or sew the pattern, sorry. So until next time, everyone, I hope you all have a happy and blessed sewing week, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.